Are you ready to face your fears? Horror movies have been a staple of cinema since the dawn of film, but over the past 2 decades, the genre has evolved in new and exciting ways. From supernatural hauntings to psychological thrillers, horror movies have pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible. But what makes a horror movie truly great? Is it the scares, the tension, or something deeper? Today, we're going to be counting down the top 10 horror movies from 2000 to 2022. These films will not only terrify you, but they will also make you believe in the supernatural. If you're looking for a spooky movie night or just want to explore the darker side of cinema, you won't want to miss this list. But before we get started, let's look at how the horror genre has changed over the past 2 decades. From the rise of found footage films to the resurgence of classic monsters, horror has never been more diverse. So grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and get ready for a journey through the best of the best when it comes to horror movies from the past 22 years. But be warned, these films are not for the faint of heart. 10. The Ring, 2002. Directed by Gore Verbinski, this movie is a remake of a Japanese horror movie and follows a journalist investigating a mysterious videotape that causes anyone who watches it to die 7 days later. The Ring is a suspenseful movie that uses eerie visuals and a haunting score to create a creepy atmosphere. The movie's climax is one of the most iconic scenes in horror movie history. 9. Paranormal Activity, 2007. Directed by Oren Peli, this movie follows a couple who set up a camera to record the strange happenings in their house. Paranormal Activity is a slow-burning movie that uses tension and suspense to create a sense of dread. The movie's found footage style adds a layer of realism that makes it even more terrifying. Number 8. The Witch, 2015. Directed by Robert Eggers, this movie is set in 17th century New England and tells the story of a family that is banished from their community and forced to live on the edge of a dark forest. The movie uses historical accuracy and authenticity to create a chilling atmosphere that transports you to a different time and place. The Witch is a slow-burning movie that will leave you with a feeling of unease long after it's over. 7. 28 Days Later, 2002. Directed by Danny Boyle, this movie follows a man who wakes up from a coma to find that a virus has turned most of the population into bloodthirsty zombies. 28 Days Later is a fast-paced movie that combines horror and action to create a thrilling experience. The movie's use of handheld cameras and natural lighting adds a sense of realism that makes it even more frightening. 6. Hereditary, 2018. Directed by Ari Aster, this movie follows a family who begins to unravel after the death of their matriarch. Hereditary is a slow-burning movie that explores themes of grief, family, and the occult. The movie's use of sound design and camera work creates a sense of unease that builds up to a shocking climax. 5. Get Out, 2017. Directed by Jordan Peele, this movie follows a young African-American man who visits his white girlfriend's family for the weekend, only to discover a sinister plot. Get Out is a movie that explores themes of racism, identity, and exploitation. The movie's use of humor and social commentary make it a unique addition to the horror genre. 4. Train to Busan, 2016. Directed by Young Sang-ho, this movie is a South Korean horror movie that follows a group of passengers who must fight for their lives when a zombie outbreak occurs on their train. Train to Busan is a movie that combines horror and action to create a thrilling experience. The movie's use of a confined setting and strong character development make it a standout in the zombie subgenre. 3. The Host, 2006. Directed by Bong Joon-ho, this movie is a South Korean monster movie that follows a family who must rescue their daughter from a mutated monster that has emerged from the Han River. The Host is a movie that blends humor and horror to create a unique experience. The movie's use of practical effects and strong character development make it a standout in the monster subgenre. 2. The Conjuring, 2013. Directed by James Wan, this movie follows a family who moves into a haunted farmhouse and calls in paranormal investigators to help them. The Conjuring is a movie that relies on tension and atmosphere to create a sense of dread. The movie's use of practical effects and strong performances from the cast make it a standout in the subnatural subgenre. 1. The Invisible Man, 2020. This modern reimagining of the classic monster tale follows a woman who believes her abusive ex-boyfriend has faked his own death and is stalking her using his newly acquired invisibility technology. With heart-pounding suspense and an impressive performance from Elizabeth Moss, The Invisible Man is a must-see for horror fans. And there you have it, folks, our top 10 horror movies from 2000 to 2022. From the bone-chilling thrills of The Conjuring to the mind-bending terror of Hereditary, these films have kept us on the edge of our seats and left us with nightmares for weeks. But what do you think? Do we miss any of your favorite horror movies from the past 2 decades? Let us know in the comments below.